What's up, nerds and geeks? My name is OMG WTF LOLFTW BRB, and welcome to our first video of Total Extreme Wrestling 2016, nerds and geeks. 3 years ago, we had Total Extreme, not 20, Total Extreme Wrestling 2013 came out. 3 years later, we have 16. 6 years ago, we had Total Extreme Wrestling 2010, so I'm wondering if we're going to have a Total Extreme Wrestling 2019 eventually. It seems to be the reoccurring theme. Either way, we are finally booking this new, or playing this new game, and if any of you guys are familiar with my old projects in Total Extreme Wrestling 2013, I'm sorry to say this, but those projects are dead. I've lost the saves to them when I transferred everything over from my old laptop to the new laptop. So unfortunately, saves like the WCW save, the WWF save, and more importantly, the WWE save are now gonzo. But I promised you guys once we, if those saves were gone, that we would jump over to 2016, and we are indeed doing that. We are going to be doing a New Japan series. I haven't downloaded a mod for that yet. I was trying to figure out this whole 2013 mod conversion, which you're able to play mods from 2013 to 2016. That's pretty impressive. So I found myself a mod from 2013 that I've been wanting to do, and I converged, whatever that word is, and we are going to be playing as the WWF, or WWE as many people know them now, in the year 2001. Now, 2001, a very important thing for a big deal in the wrestling industry happened. That is when WCW went out of business and WWE bought them. And we had that horrible but promising invasion angle. And I knew I didn't want to do another WWE playthrough because I'm so butthurt about losing my previous save. And I know a popular YouTube channel, I'm subscribed to him. If you're not subscribed to him, you should be. Let's Play 2. He's, in my opinion, the most popular of the Total Extreme Wrestling YouTubers, but I could be wrong there. But he's been doing a brand split with Swarl's FPR, and he's also been doing a TNA save. So I kind of wanted to avoid doing the same thing as him. That way I can bring you guys something different so you can enjoy both our channels. And I thought the invasion would have been a lot of fun. I can rebook it the way I wanted to. And originally I wasn't sure if I wanted to go ahead and hire people that WWE didn't. But the game will let me. The only people the game doesn't let me hire are like Sting and like some other people who don't like me. Sting's the only one I know, the mod creator, which by the way I believe is Gendy. But he's the only person the mod creator hate Vince McMahon, so he doesn't, go there. But there are a few other people that don't like Vince McMahon, like, such as Jeff Jarrett, Eric Bischoff, I can't hire, so on and so forth. But I'm not going to show you guys my shortlist, but I have went ahead and shortlisted a couple old WCW stars, some pretty popular, some not. If you've played this mod before, you may know who I'm talking about. And eventually I will bring them in. It's not going to be right away. I'm kind of like going to build this this angle up. And there's a couple things here that we need to take care of, which I'm going to take care of on camera. So this isn't just going to be like a short little video. In fact, it might be quite long because I'm going to go over pretty much everything that we're going to be seeing. And then the next game, I'm thinking about doing what I did with the WWE thing and doing more of a book the show before I record and then go ahead and, show you guys the show. And I think when we do New Japan, that'll be more of the I'll show you guys everything. Because the WWE has a lot of story going on, and I feel that's just the best way to book, or not book, but record an episode like that. Is just to kind of book the show beforehand. That way you're not boring them with like 30 minutes of that and then just 10 minutes of, the show. So either way, let's just jump right into this. First thing I do want to look at is the product. Now, everything in 2016 is completely different, and we're going to be getting to it. Not everything. That was a completely incorrect statement. But there's a lot different in here. So everything right here I'm pretty happy with. In all honesty, I don't even think I can change it. Here's something new. We have in-ring rules where we can, ban pretty much spinal impacts like the pile driver or high-risk moves or anything like that. I'm not going to check any of these because WWE didn't check them, so I don't feel much of a reason to. The only thing I am going to change in here is the risque. Now, this has been a feature since 2013. I never played 2010, so I have no idea if it was a feature in there. I assume it is. But they give you a little bit of a definition here of basically what your product does to your company. And as you see right here, we attract, a vocal fan base. Our wrestlers are rated a bit more on popularity. Pro-res and aerial skills, which is the Japanese. Pro-res is the Japanese style, and aerial is just, aerial. They're a little bit less effective here. If fans expect all the wrestlers to have gimmicks, and they like risky gimmicks as well. They want storylines, and here's the one that this one doesn't necessarily bother me, but this will change when we do risque a little bit. We were supposed to have one match aimed as eye candy. That's going to change. We need to have one match aimed as a wild brawl, car crash, or mayhem match, and then also storytelling. Now, this is a new feature in 2016 that I'll probably explain a little bit more when we book the show. Actually, no, I don't think I will, because I told you guys I'm probably going to book the show first. And so I guess I'll explain it here and probably a little bit more when we do New Japan. Basically, is every show we need to have a match that's aimed towards these things. And how you do that basically is when you go to book your match, it'll show like at the top, like you can choose whether it's just a normal match or an eye candy match or a car crash or a storytelling match, and that pretty much signifies that that's that match that you're supposed to be doing. And I know when you're booking, it does warn you as well, pretty much saying you're not allowed to run the show yet. You still need to have a storytelling match and so on and so forth. Right here, we're supposed to have one attractive female for every 12 males on each show. That's also going to change once we change risque. So we're going to be prevented from getting afternoon time slots, early evening time slots, and prime time slots. And we're also favorable towards getting sponsorships, and we're not going to be rocked by the wrestling industry, and the young line system's not taken into account, which means guys with only like 2 years under their belt, it doesn't really matter. So the main thing that I'm focused on here is the prime time slot. That's important, and that's mostly because of risque. Risque just means, a lot of excuse my language, but pretty much it's like slutty girls and stuff like that. So as you see, as soon as we change risque to medium, the eye candy match is now gone. So we only have to do those two, and from being 12 males, it's now every 20 males we have to have, one attractive female. So that'll be interesting, but the most important thing here is we now are able to do prime time, and that's what was important to me. So now we have prime time. We have 3 storylines to follow. I am going to add storylines in later. Not 3 storylines, 4 storylines, I'm sorry. 3 of them, I'm not really sure if I'm going to keep them or not. I mean, they have a good rating, but I'll be honest, I'm not sure why Benoit and Angle are fighting. There's no title. I'm not sure why Jericho and Regal are fighting. No title. And, again, I don't know why this tag team turmoil is happening, because once again, there's no title involved. So, beats me. The main storyline we are going to be keeping is the power trip, or the 2-man power trip versus the Brothers of Destruction, which is the team of Triple H and Stone Cold versus Kane and The Undertaker. We are going to keep that one for sure. Let's go ahead and look at our titles real quick. So we have the WCW titles, of course. We have 4 of them. The Cruiserweight Champion is Gregory Helms. The United States and World Heavyweight Champion is Booker T. And the World Tag Team Champions are Chuck Palumbo and Sean O'Haire. So for our champions, the WWE, or WWF champions, excuse me, we have Matt Hardy as the European Champion, Rhino as the Hardcore Champion, Triple H as the Intercontinental. Currently, I guess Kurt Angle's the King of the Ring. I don't know. Jerry Lynn is the Light Heavyweight Champion, which, interesting enough, I never even knew Jerry Lynn worked for the WWF, so... By the way, someone let me know, is Jerry Lynn WCW? Because like I said, I had no idea he was for WWF. So I don't know if he was a WWF guy before this invasion angle, or if he came in after the invasion. Someone let me know. Our Women's Champion is Chyna, our World Heavyweight Champion is Stone Cold, and our Tag Team Champions are Stone Cold and Triple H, otherwise known as the 2-man Power Trip. If we look at our teams here, we have the Brothers of Destruction, the Dudleys, Edge and Christian, Hardys, Kai and Tai, Chronic, which is a WCW tag team, Brian Adams and Brian Clark, Sean O'Haire and Chuck Palumbo, another WCW tag team, the APA, the Hollies, the 2-man Power Trip, and then X Factor. Everyone loves them some X Factor, right? For our announcers, now I had to go ahead and change this a little bit myself, but it's not that big of a deal. So we have Paul Heyman and Jim Ross for the events. SmackDown is Michael Cole and Taz, and WWF Heat is Kevin Kelly and Scott Hudson. Why not, right? So, I'm not sure if I want to show off the roster yet or the creative meeting. I guess let's show off the roster as of right now. And I'm not going to show off everybody so far. I'm only going to show off pretty much all the wrestlers. I'm not going to We have like, Shane McMahon and some other people as managers, but that's really about it. So our main eventers, we have The Big Show, Booker T, Chris Benoit, Jericho, DDP, Kane, Kurt Angle, Steve Austin, The Rock, The Undertaker, and Triple H. These two, Diamond Dallas Page and Booker T, are going to be two guys I need to heavily focus on if I want this invasion angle to work, because right now they're my two main eventers from WCW. Upper mid cards, we have Bradshaw, Buff Bagwell, which, depending on how he shows in the ring, will matter whether or not he does get kept, because he has 3 months left on his contract, and I will let it run out if he's not impressive. Christian, Eddie Guerrero, Edge, Farouk, Jeff Hardy, Canyon, Matt Hardy, Raven, and Test, which Raven surprises me. Upper mid carder, I don't know about that, but I'll let you have it. So for mid carders, we have Al Snow, Albert, Billy Gunn, Brian Clark, Bubba Ray Dudley, Chuck Palumbo, Dean Malenko, Devon Dudley, Hugh Morris, Mike Awesome, Perry Saturn, Rhino, Sean O'Hare, The Good Father, which we should probably change his picture if we have one. The Good... Oh, just only... Okay. Oh boy, what's his name? Charles Wright. Charles Robinson, my boy. Alright, there we go. There's a Good Father picture. So we got the Good Father going on here. Val Venus, William Regal, and X-Pac. And then we move to our lower mid-carders, which are Brian Adams, Crash Holly, Grandmaster Sexay, Hardcore Holly, Just Incredible, K-Quick, Lance Storm, Steve Blackman, and Steven Richards. Interesting enough how Steven Richards is the leader of the Right to Censor, but most of his team is ahead of him. Our openers, we have Billy Kidman, Chavo Guerrero Jr., Jerry Lynn, Mark Jindrak, Sean Stasiak, and Spike Dudley. And then we go to our enhancement talents, which are Gregory Helms, Funaki, and Taka Michinoku. And then our women's division, I hate how freaking it does makes that noise. Our women's division consists of Chyna, Ivory, Jacqueline, Lita, Molly Holly, Terry, and Trish Stratus. And that's really about it for the wrestlers. We have like Tori Wilson and Stacy Keibler as managers for WCW as well, but no WCW women wrestlers. So we have a few people here that need to be assigned gimmicks. Let's go ahead and assign Dean Malenko a gimmick here. Let's go. What do we want to give Dean Malenko? Probably going to give him a legitimate gimmick, or we can give him a cheerleader gimmick. How fun is that? Is he a heel right now? Oh, I was typing in cheerleader. I feel stupid. Legitimate. Okay. We might just give him Machine. That's always a fun gimmick. Yeah, let's go ahead and give him a Machine. Yeah. We're going to give him the Machine, just dedicated to, wrestling, which that seems like Dean Malenko. We need to give Eddie a gimmick. So what are you good at, Eddie Guerrero? He is a heel. I know that for sure. Let's give him a cocky gimmick. Why not? I was thinking a Weasel, but then I noticed he was like 100 and cocky. Let's do... Can we do like... First off, he is a heel, correct? I mean, I'm almost positive he's a heel, but I have to double check. Yeah, okay. Do we want to give him like an obnoxious or an egomaniac? I mean, they're pretty much the same thing, but... I mean, almost anything. Let's just do obnoxious. Not tweak. Thank you. Select. Let's go on with obnoxious gimmick for Eddie Guerrero. Paul Bearer says he needs a gimmick, but he also needs a manager, but I'm not having him manage Kane and Taker, so I'm just going to give him 6 months off. Have a nice vacation, buddy. That'll take care of that. Teddy Long also needs a gimmick. Why? I'm most likely just going to give you time off. Not release. No, we're just going to give you a vacation. Why not? Here you go, Teddy. 6 months. Don't know anything about him. Cool. Watch it still say we need to give him gimmicks. No, it just shows them here. Maybe we need to simulate to the next day. I don't know. So Stacy needs a manager, or Stacy and Tori need to manage people. I know who I'm going to have Tori manage. I mean, that's pretty obvious. It's going to be Billy Kidman. Stacy Keibler, though, I'm not necessarily sure. Who... Yeah, I don't know who I'm gonna have Stacy manage at the moment. I'd have to think about that. I'll take recommendations down below. Here's another new feature with Total Extreme Wrestling 2016. It's our production department. Now we have to compete against rivals with their production. As you see, everything else. I mean, it's yellow, so I'm pretty sure that means we can do better. They're professional. Upgrading would involve a massive custom. I mean, yeah, that would be what we want, right? I don't know. We view our rivals here. They got like these rivals have worse. Oh, okay, I see. It tells you if they're worse. So it shows right now our main rival is New Japan Pro Wrestling, and they don't have as good as production values as us. They only have professional. So we're good there, although we could be better. But right now it says our in-house needs to be fixed. It says maintain in-house equipment. So right now, they're a hired pro, and we're in-house, but it says that we should, we have to meet. I think it was Direct TV. So we need to upgrade for Direct TV. So we are going to upgrade, which is going to end up costing us 20,000 per month. Oh boy! But we're going to get HD TV. So there we go. Now we have that right there. We've looked at the roster, our titles. We do have a child company. We have three. We have HWA, which stands for, I can't see. Can I? I can look at their titles. That's pretty interesting. So we have HWA, NWA Wildside, and OVW. And we can look at those rosters as well. Where is that at again? Developmental. And we can even simulate, or not simulate it, but, show it by the company. So OVW currently has Brock Lesnar, Bull Buchanan, Damaja, which is one of the Basham brothers, Dave Taylor, who is training people, Eric Angle, who's the brother of Kurt Angle, Jim Cornette, who's a trainer, Leviathan, who becomes Batista, Mark Henry, Nick Dinsmore, who becomes Eugene, Randy Orton, Red Dog, Rico Constantino, who becomes Rico, Rip Rogers, who is training people, Rob Conway, Ron Waterman, Sean Casey, Charmel, Shelton Benjamin, Slash, Sly Scraper, interesting, and The Machine. He's also one of the Bashams, I believe. HWA has Charlie Hosh, Christian York, Corporal Cajun, D'Lo Brown, which we'll most likely call up here soon, because I'm a big D'Lo fan. Ikmo Fat 2, who is, I believe that might be Umaga? Elix Skipper, Evan Courageous, Easy Money, Jamie Noble, Johnny the Bull, Chemo, Lance Cade. I think Chemo's the other member of 3 Minute Warning superhero in training. I don't remember his actual name. Lance Cade, Mike Sanders, Ray Steele, Reno, Russ Haas, Scott Vick, Shannon Moore, Steve Bradley, and Yang. And NWA Wildside has nobody. So next time we hire somebody, they're going to NWA Wildside. Speaking of hiring someone, let's go to our creative meeting here. And we look at our franchise players, which is The Rock, Steve Austin, The Undertaker, Kurt Angle, and Jericho. Our next big things are Albert, Edge, Molly Holly, Trish Stratus, and Test. Hot prospects are Albert, Bubba Ray Dudley, Molly Holly, Trish Stratus, and Grandmaster Sexay. The people who can talk the talk are The Rock, Steve Austin, Mick Foley, Chris Jericho, and Triple H. Jericho, The Rock, Angle, Eddie Guerrero, and Benoit are our showstoppers. Benoit, Jericho, Guerrero, Malenko, and Triple H are our ring generals. Triple H, Steve Austin, The Undertaker, Jericho, and Big Show are all considered hot at the moment, who have a lot of momentum. And the ones without momentum are Crash Holly, Steven Richards, Steve Blackman, Al Snow, and K-Quick. And currently, Diamond Dallas Page and Brian Clark are on a time decline. But more importantly, our hidden gems, which we are going to hire mostly everybody from here, except for Ernest Miller on the account that they will take a developmental contract. So first up is John Cena. Don't know if you guys know who John Cena is, but I heard he's going to be pretty promising. So we're going to hire John Cena to a developmental contract. And let's see if we can, well, we're going to sign him for, let's go for 3 years. That'll be just a generic developmental. Let's go ahead and see if they'll take 1,500. If so, we might make this our current developmental deal. 1,560? Okay. So, maybe. So, developmental, 3 years, everything's good. Make new offer. We offered John Cena a contract. go ahead and offer Ken Anderson a contract. 3 years is norm. Let's see if he'll take. He'll probably do the same as John Cena. Let's just go. Let's do it right there. We'll see. So it seems 1560 is the developmental deal. So let's save this as a. Let's just call it developmental. Oops, I hate that noise, nerds and geeks. I despise it. So make him an offer. There you go, sir. Ernest Miller, we are not offering a contract to. CM Punk, a wrestler that I'm not that big of a fan of, but a lot of people are. So let's apply this template here. Huh, I must have messed it up. My bad. So let's do 1560 because that seems to be the norm. And here we go. I'm uninterested in signing a developmental deal. I feel like it'd be a waste of time as I'm not going to improve much. You'll have to offer me a different type of... oh, well, I guess we're not hiring CM Punk, which, I'll be honest, doesn't bother me. And Tracy Brooks, who is... she's from TNA. I know that for sure. So apparently I messed up the developmental template. That's a new feature. You can make templates for the game now, and it will keep it there. I messed up on the developmental one, so let's see if we can save that. Okay, never mind. Let's just not really worry about it. She wants 1562? You're pushing it, but okay. We're going to go ahead and offer everybody but Punk and Ernest the Cat Miller contracts. Ernest Miller's just a little too old for me, and apparently Punk doesn't want to work for us, so whatever, I don't care. If anyone was curious about all the WCW talent, it was right there. Don't know why I even showed you guys that, to be honest. And the final thing I want to talk about real quick is the figurehead. Now, the figurehead is something new with the company. I'm just going to read exactly what it says here, not the company of the game. So it says, the company figurehead, also known as the ace in Japan, is the worker who is positioned as the face of the company. Not only do shows generally revolve around them, but they are also the primary focus of all the marketing and merchandising that the company does. A strong figurehead can massively boost business and help a company prosper. So we currently don't have any figureheads in WWF, and we're about to assign our first figurehead, but I really kind of want to go over the benefits of the figurehead. So apparently, from what I understand, the figurehead benefits don't come in until a year after, which sucks because we already have technically a figurehead. It should either be the Stone Cold or The Rock, but it hasn't put that in the game yet. So obviously, because the game doesn't, it's a 2013 mod, it doesn't recognize something like that. So we're gonna have to, build up a year to even get the figurehead, advantages. But once a year passes, you're able to get bonuses for shows and all that. And apparently, it just helps out your shows and helps you make money and all that. So we can go ahead and change our figurehead here, and it'll show us our options. Now, if you read down here, it just gives us a brief, too long didn't ring thing. It says Big Show has nothing to really indicate that he would be successful or be success as the company's figurehead. So you can see it right here at the very top. It also says we may assign a new company figurehead from this screen. Only people who are being pushed as main eventers are eligible at the moment. And when we're removing or replacing, it always causes, a major morale hit because, obviously that person's losing their position now. So, I mean, as you can see right here, Big Show, he's, doesn't have enough star quality, not enough is known about his charisma. He's not really quite over enough either. Not enough is known about his babyface performance. He's not a babyface for one. And then we see a lot of people like Kane, The Undertaker, Diamond Dallas Page, Jericho, Triple H, The Rock, Stone Cold, Kurt Angle are all more over than him. So if we keep scrolling down, we'll notice that, Booker T is another. He's not really, ready to be a figurehead, although he does have, good star quality and good charisma. He's not over yet, and he's not a babyface as well, along with other people having more star quality over him. It says he's very close to being a potential figurehead, but he's just not there yet. And he's also, overshadowed by other people. We then have Benoit, who's not ready. Jericho, who, has all the essential ingredients to be, as it says, a successful company figurehead, but he would, he's slightly overshadowed by other main eventers. So again, he's got good star quality. He's charismatic. He's just about over enough. He's a good baby face. He is currently a baby face as well. But people like Kane, The Undertaker, are more over. Taker's even more charismatic and more over. Booker T's more charismatic. So on and so forth. So stuff like that takes into account. So we'll see like people like DDP can't be one. Kane can't be one. Kurt Angle's really not a good choice. Steve Austin, he has all the essential ingredients, but there's just one more person who's pretty much over him. You can see right here, Triple H and The Undertaker also really aren't the good. The one person who the game really wants us to make our figurehead right now, and it says it right here, is The Rock. It says The Rock has all the essential ingredients that a successful company figurehead would require, and he isn't in danger of being overshadowed by anyone. So The Rock is our most popular star for one. Has excellent star quality, has excellent charisma, he's extremely over, isn't an excellent babyface. He is currently a babyface as well, so it would make the most sense to put The Rock as our figurehead for now. And that's exactly what we're going to do. I don't really know who else to put as the figurehead besides The Rock. I mean, Jericho could be a good one, but I feel like The Rock would be he's obviously the best choice. So we're going to put The Rock as our figurehead, so he's officially there. And that's about wraps it up. One last thing I guess I would like to show you guys is the new Hall of Fame feature where we're able to induct people into our Hall of Fame. These people are already in the WWE Hall of Fame, which, if you ask me, is kind of interesting. Can we remove them? Actually, we can. So let's go ahead and remove everybody from the Hall of Fame. There's no reason to have these people in here. And, before we end it, let's check eligible people and let's put people that were in the Hall of Fame at this moment. So Ric Flair was not. No Sting, no Vader, no Hogan yet, not Big Show, not Randy Savage, not the Steiners, definitely Shane Douglas. So far, I'm not seeing anybody. I was thinking, maybe like Andre the Giant? Brother Ray? Why? Bob Backlund can go in, sure. We'll put Bob Backlund in. Kip James. Sid Vicious I don't think was in yet. What the heck, dude? These are weird. It's giving me... I guess Bob Backlund's the only person in our Hall of Fame. I was going to put like Andre and other people in, but I guess not. So whatever. Bob Backlund's in our Hall of Fame. Everybody else although, oh no, it said... I hope I didn't fuck up. Because I noticed as I was scrolling through there, it never showed Bret Hart or Shawn Michaels or all of them again. I might have screwed that one up, and you guys will probably let me know. Either way, this has gone on long enough. This was just pretty much an introduction to the series. We are indeed going to be doing an invasion angle. Next episode, I should say at least, we're going to be officially starting off with, Raw is War, and we'll be moving on from there. I'm not sure if I'm going to showcase Sunday Night Heat to you guys. Let me know in the comments below. I guess we'll talk about that furthermore. But other than that, my name's been OMGWTF, LOLWBRB, and I'll see you guys later. So until then, have a good one.